Why tobacco control advocacy firms remain silent on cigarette smuggling, counterfeits, and locally manufactured tax-evaded cigarettes. As the discourse surrounding tobacco taxation intensifies in Pakistan, a notable absence looms large in the conversation: cigarette smuggling, counterfeit, and locally tax-evaded production. While tobacco companies voice concerns over escalating taxes, claiming they fuel illegal activities, NGOs advocating for higher taxation seem oddly silent on the issue. Despite their efforts to promote increased taxes on cigarettes through media campaigns, workshops, and seminars, these organizations fail to address the rampant trade of smuggled, counterfeit, and locally tax-evaded cigarettes flooding the market, and the share has now reached to 63%. This oversight raises questions about the effectiveness of taxation policies in combating tobacco use. It's evident that escalating taxes disproportionately harm the legitimate tobacco sector, which contributes significantly to the national exchequer. Without simultaneous action against smuggled, counterfeit, and locally manufactured tax-evaded products, increased taxes may fail to curb tobacco consumption effectively. According to official sources, the key to tobacco control lies in eradicating illegal cigarette production and cracking down on smuggling, alongside tax hikes. On the other hand, recent statistics shared by the Society for the Protection of the Rights of the Child, SPARC, underscore the substantial toll tobacco use exacts on Pakistan, both in terms of public health and economic burdens. Advocates argue that prioritizing cigarette taxation over utility taxes could alleviate these burdens. Malik Imran Ahmad, country head of the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids, CTFK, highlights the prevalence of tobacco use in Pakistan, proposing a 30% increase in federal excise duty, FED, to bridge the gap between health costs and tax revenues. This demand is being made despite the fact that the government already increased the Fed by 154% last year. It is pertinent to mention that the government could achieve its tax targets by imposing taxes on legal tobacco companies in the short term. But in the long run, the tax revenue would come to zero due to the complete domination of illegal cigarettes in the market. However, the revenue experts contend that stringent measures against illegal cigarette trade could double the government's annual revenue, reaching an impressive $2 billion. Fawad Khan, spokesperson for Mustaqim Pakistan, an advocacy platform safeguarding the interests of marginalized and low-income communities, emphasizes the urgency of combating illegal cigarette trade to meet fiscal targets and address socio-economic disparities. He calls for the inclusion of all cigarette vendors within the tax ambit to bolster revenue streams. Khan stresses the need for a standardized track-and-trace system to monitor tobacco production and distribution, thwarting illicit activities and promoting transparency. Syed Saifullah Kazmi, head of investment banking at Intermarket Securities, emphasizes the economic benefits of curbing illegal cigarette trade, advocating for robust enforcement mechanisms to propel socio-economic progress. As Pakistan navigates its economic challenges, tackling illegal cigarette trade emerges as a critical imperative for securing a prosperous future. In conclusion, the silence surrounding cigarette smuggling, counterfeits, and illegal cigarettes in Pakistan's tobacco control discourse warrants immediate attention. Addressing this issue alongside taxation policies is crucial for effective tobacco control and socio-economic development. As Prophet reported earlier, there are 2 MNCs that operate in Pakistan's tobacco landscape, adhering to the country's rules and regulations. One is the Pakistan Tobacco Company Limited, PAKL, which is the Pakistani subsidiary of British American Tobacco. The other company is Philip Morris Pakistan Laiti, PMPK. Additionally, there are 52 other local tobacco companies in Pakistan, most of which operate illegally and sell tax-evaded cigarettes. Since the 150% increase in Fed last year, the market share of the 2 multinational companies has shrunk to below 40%, while the illegal cigarette market share has reached an all-time high of 63%. Despite the massive increase in market share, illegal cigarette manufacturers only pay 2% of the taxes collected from this industry, while legal MNCs pay 98% of the total tax. That is where a major contention exists between the MNCs and the local players. According to officials of Pakistan Tobacco Company, PTC, despite stagnant cigarette consumption, cheap smuggled, counterfeit, and illegally manufactured local brands flood markets nationwide. Around 850 million counterfeit cigarette sticks are currently being sold across Pakistan, equivalent to 42.5 million packs with fake stamps, resulting in a substantial loss of approximately Rs5.7 billion to Pakistan. Experts have urged the government to focus on plugging tax leaks, broadening the tax base, and eliminating illicit trade, which significantly contribute to the decline in tax collection, instead of burdening legal businesses with additional taxes in the upcoming budget.